How you know when you are in a toxic relationship? The boss chick twins giving advice.
I think the reason why you know that you're in a toxic relationship is when you're in a relationship with somebody longer than 15 or 20 years, you're not married. I think that's a toxic relationship. What do you think?
You don't have to wait that long to know that you're in a toxic relationship.
But some women might have to wait that long to realize they're in a toxic relationship. If somebody said, "Well, how long y'all been together? Are y'all married?" She'd be like, "I've been with him 15 to 20 years." It's something wrong with that picture.
For me, being in a toxic relationship is being emotionally abused verbally.
No, a toxic that can also be what you're saying too. But toxic relationship means that also you could be in a relationship with somebody where somebody not showing you attention or it's a self-esteem thing. That's a toxic relationship because you just staying in a relationship for no apparent reason, just to have somebody. That could be a toxic relationship. You could think one way and he thinking another way. That's a toxic relationship. But go on and say what you had to say. Based on being a toxic relationship, what would your meaning be of a toxic relationship? The meaning of it.
The respect, if you don't have respect for me as a person, or it could be physical or emotionally, verbal
But
abuse.
what I said, what Brittany Spears said, you know that this is a toxic. Mean the man that you in. What I get from it is that the man that you're involved with is a toxic relationship. Means that you stay in a relationship that's not of self worth. It's more. It can also be an abusive relationship. It can also be something with self esteem issue. And also be that you staying in a relationship just the guy is not having any respect for you, but at the same time you staying in it is because you're scared of being by yourself. So that can be toxic too. But what my advice would be for women in toxic relationship is evaluate the situation. Why are you in this relationship? Why you decide to stay in there? If the man is cheating on you, why are you staying with him? That's a toxic relationship. If you're in a relationship with a man that's cheating on you, you're gonna stay in the relationship anyway. Sometimes women are also in toxic relationship. They don't sometimes ask the man whether he married or not, and you notice a married man, that's a toxic relationship. It's because you rather stay in the relationship instead of leaving. So it gotta be a reason why you staying in that relationship. What do you think about that? You think based on being in a toxic relationship, you think that that's a woman's self worth? I think based on it being a woman's self worth, a woman needs to love herself first. Because if she loves herself, she wouldn't be in a toxic relationship. And I think before you do that, you also need to also write down the different things that you like in a relationship and find out is this a toxic relationship or not. If you put down 10 things in this relationship that's about the relationship being bad, you need to go and get rid of that relationship. If you can't actually name things on how long to be in this relationship, what I said, the outweighing the good towards the bad.
And also too, uh, I can put myself in this situation too as being confused. If you're confused about a lot of things, that's a toxic relationship because you don't know if you want to be in a relationship or not.
But with my guy friend I had back in the day when I used to talk to him, excuse me, is that when I used to talk to him, I would actually say, well, what's the good things about him and what's the bad things about him? Excuse me. The good things and the bad things about him. And what happened was, did you know that the bad things outweighed the good? I was like, man, I need to get out of this relationship because I just want to let you know this is my advice. I always do you about 10 good things about the person and 10 bad things about the person. But if it is outweighing the bad thing, you need to go and get rid of that relationship. That's a toxic relationship. So my advice would be for women, if you're in a toxic relationship, get out. Because you know what? You're missing out on a good relationship with finding Mr. Right. As long as you stay in that bad toxic relationship, you finding Mr. Wrong. So find you a good relationship by putting down the good things of the person if you in a relationship with them. But if it outweighs the bad things, get rid of the relationship because that's a toxic relationship. Anything else you have to say about the toxic relationship?
If you're in a bad toxic relationship, get out the relationship. Take time to think. Sometimes you have to go to this. take, like she said, sometimes you have to go out for a year, couple of days, a month, a week to look things through. I don't know if
That only thing I would say most time what women need to do is to take a good look at this relationship. Just take a one day to say, well, I'm not gonna talk to my man today. Take a good look at this relationship, and then at the same time put down the good things of Tom and the bad things of Tom. So if the bad things outweigh the good thing, and then at the same time stop trying to put down things for him like, oh, I'll put this in him for make an exception. If you gonna get to a point, take out time to do that. If you in a relationship with them and it outweighs that it's bad, get out of that relationship because that's a toxic relationship and he's stopping you from finding Mr. Right.
so. This is the Boss Chick Twins giving advice how you know when you are in a toxic relationship.